has been buttoned. It'll take a moment before it registers for me. It appears that we have start streamed. All right. I think we're if we're all here, we could probably get
I
started.
finally found out how to go from another server or a DM back into the Discord voice chat. Because if you go from a server back to the server where you're in a voice chat, it'll just put you back in the previous text channel that you're in. If you want to see all the little profile pictures in the voice channel, you have to actually click right below where it says voice connected. You have to click the little lobby hyperlink, and it'll bring you back to the lobby to the voice channel.
Ah, yes.
Hello, everyone.
That seems tedious.
It's a little annoying. Yeah, okay, we're all here. Everybody good to go? One's in chat?
Indeed.
One's in chat. That's
Ones.
I'm logging in.
Okay. Cool.
What is 1D1? Do I just like slap a marble on the ground?
Yeah, I guess so.
I just hold my finger up. All right, that's one.
I guess a piece of paper wouldn't work because that's a 1D2.
Yeah, no, that's why I just go with, just put a sphere like a semicircle on the ground. Like, there you go. It's a 1.
Previously on your adventure, you descended into the city of Ves.
the Dragon Ball music.
I don't have it, sorry. I have other copyright music. You descended into the city of Ves, which was preserved but for all of its people in this pit around the tower. And when you got close to the tower, the thing at its center awoke the root-like protrusions of tower stuff that had surrounded the central base unfolded and revealed something like a star, which attempted to kill you while you made your way through the city further toward the center. You collectively dodging ultraviolet rays dove into a underground waterway while the city spun like a roulette wheel of earthquake and destruction around you. So
Hey, at least it wasn't in stereo.
Yeah.
So you've entered the underground, and the quaking of the city moving hasn't stopped, but the shearing sound of blasts and a cosmic voice ringing in your ears have abated. Now, I can tell you where you will end up if you follow this underground path in a straight line. But do you want to do anything else prior to that?
Catch our breath.
Sure.
Definitely.
Naya could cast some heals. Maybe a healing spirit or something.
Let me get you guys back on the. I'll
I'm
get you
not
at least back on the
too
map where
bad.
you were.
Okay.
Up.
How many people got blasted by a laser?
Yeah, exactly. Those people should be.
Yeah, I did,
you
but
are.
I just used all my lay on hands, so I'm all right
Yeah.
actually.
Okay.
He got a little
So
handsy with himself. Real
Yeah, it
handsy
is.
with himself.
no,
What do
for that, I feel like it's the person doing the pat down, making sure they got all their parts on still.
PKW.
By the way, just for reference, if you were having a stroll through the city, it would still probably be about 10 minutes or so, 10 to 15 minutes to actually reach the tower from where you went underground here.
That seems reasonable. We were a mile and something out, weren't we?
Half a mile out by the time you got to here, yeah. By
Okay.
the time the whole circumstance began.
Will my map, or could I use my map to help, figure out where we might be?
Well, aside from the fact that the rings of the city have kind of moved a ways,
Oh shit! I forgot. Yeah, it's probably completely useless now.
yeah, you have some landmarks to go by, but as you do know where the tower is,
Yeah,
and you did just make it past that clock tower that was obliterated that you were aiming for before.
mm-hmm. It was all turning about, so I probably can't figure out another place we could probably try to aim towards. Likewise, I got a bird's eye view, not a tunneler's vision.
Indeed. But whatever that thing is at the base of the tower was launching death rays to anything out in the open in its line of sight, so to speak.
Just vaporizing it, yeah. You ever seen something like that, guy?
I don't think it's
I don't think so.
vaporizing them exactly. Yeah.
I mean, I've been told that if you were close to the sun, that it might kind of look like that. But
Huh.
I don't know.
I
about
was
that
always
person.
told not to look at the sun. How'd you do
Me
that?
too.
Yeah,
Oh
people-
no, I was told about it. I didn't. It's maybe
One of those guys told but didn't follow.
Maybe they had a telescope with a really, really, really thick piece of black glass for the lens, almost opaque, that filtered
My
out
wizard
just
looks
enough
directly at the
light
sun.
to look right up at it and not have their eyeballs burnt out. But that person also made some other weird things up. My favorite one is every time they said things fell at a different speed.
Oh.
And I put them in a glass box and then have them drop, and then they'd fall at the same speed. He'd say, "My lord, what a discovery! What magic are you using?" And everyone would laugh at him. He only did that 3 times. Or or at least that I know of. Though we left that place, he wasn't
The
part of the
glass-
troop.
The glass box would be expensive, surely.
It was like a some sort of like an aquarium for fish sort of thing. It was something that one of the fish markets had. So I mean, it wasn't like all glass all the way around, but the sides were glass, the bottom was metal, and the lid was metal. It was like a bit of metal on the sides.
Where'd we wander into?
Seems like some sort of old waterway here, but I have no idea if it's been affected by the ring spinning or not. Doesn't feel like we're spinning around right now.
Is it
Does
wet
it?
down here? Is there
It's
humidity?
drier than you might expect.
Well-
no.
I would expect it to be dry, just because the place has been vacant for 1,000 years.
Even with
Fair
the two
enough.
giant rivers spilling into it?
Well, yeah, that's it. Is that the waterways filling in are going in from so high up that the stuff turns to mist and vaporizes just as much as it
Then
actually
perhaps-
sprays down.
It's about as dry as you'd expect. Which is to say, there's not really any active flowing water, but you suspect this may have been a possibly a sewer, otherwise some kind of cistern.
I was going to ask
Find
that.
ancient elven.
Is there any
copper.
evidence that would suggest it was used as a sewer instead of fresh water?
Well, there are routes leading, like narrower routes leading off down their own little alleyways as you look ahead, and I assume you've got your torches out and everything to be able to see.
I can see
But-
in the dark.
Yes, you can. But there's sort of one main trunk that, from your perspective, travels in a straight line east.
Towards the tower.
Yes.
All right. Where we're going. So
Okay.
I mean, unless you guys want to teleport now and then tell Lucette about what we found. I mean,
Yeah, you could.
there's a big report right there.
True.
I feel like we fought
Um,
pretty hard to get here, though.
Guys.
Yeah, I think we did. I feel like we did.
Okay.
Naya, don't forget to give yourself that 7 points for that spell I cast.
What?
I casted Cure Wounds on you.
Man. If we survive this, I wonder if Lucett's gonna kill us.
No,
Wait, I need to
Wait.
give myself what?
we can
7
just
HP.
run away and she'll kind of wear herself out. She wouldn't actually be able to kill us.
Are you sure? She's a highly trained fighter. She's
Yeah,
fast.
we can also move fast. Also, I don't think she
Besides-
actually wants to kill us. It'd make things real hard for everything else going forward. No, I think
Exactly, Naya.
Okay.
I'm a little bit more of the mind that I want to make sure this thing doesn't get up and crawl away if we leave. So
Star Tower?
wherever this abomination that is the Star Tower is.
I don't think it's moving anywhere. I think it's gonna blast us or the city, and then us.
So
It's already blasted the city.
like I said, you've got about 15 minutes of a reasonably paced stroll to get to the end of this route. It actually seems like the splits in the terrain and the cityscape only affected the outer edges in several rings, and the inner circle has remained intact to a degree. So you were currently at the lowest point, although that perhaps may have made it even more dangerous to try to get any progress done above ground. But you've also noticed as you march through here that you don't hear any more sounds of destruction coming from above. The earth still rumbles a bit beneath your feet, but you haven't heard the scream of another laser since you descended.
There's no way we gave them the slip. You think?
Well, it makes me wonder if the sun thing, laser, whatever we're going to call it, is just kind of robotic type AI, or if it's actually sentient. Because if it was sentient, it would wonder where the heck we went and go looking for us.
Yeah, I feel like it's more like atavistic.
Automated? Yeah.
Its sight was definitely based on movement. While I was flying about, I was able to get some of its attention, and essentially it was firing at the last place it thought I was. Or that
Yeah,
it
it's us that
picked
it
a
wants, so
location.
the fact that it can't see us is probably why it's so quiet now.
Mhm.
Yes. That it also suggests that it's some kind of I don't know, robot or whatever we're going to call that, where if there is no movement, it doesn't ask the next question like a human might.
How about those oozes
Oh, I
that
think
were
Like,
it-
where
coming
did
up,
they
though?
go if they're not in front of my nose?
Right. I think it might. I think it just literally might only be able to attack the way that it does.
Right.
Like, I think it literally
Which
needs
was,
to see us
it's
to
bad
attack.
enough, but I think that's actually helpful.
Do you think those oozes were its own manifestations that it needs to be able to see us to send those at us?
I think so.
Maybe. I actually wonder if we messed up by attacking them.
It seemed kind of like a more concentrated version of our little purple friends outside. If
Right?
this perhaps gave us a chance to make a deeper cut into their numbers and stability, that might be for the better in terms of getting
Right.
more people out in the area.
And if they are linked to that thing in the tower, then then better to deal with it now while we can.
Deal with it. Well then,
Muted. You see a light and feel a heat at the end of the tunnel. An entrance or exit similar to the one that you entered through.
Hmm.
It looks like it goes up a short staircase that turns back on itself.
wanna
How palpable a heat are we talking about?
yeah.
It's autumn right now. You're feeling like a pretty sweltering summer day.
Nice.
And we're probably like at least 50, 60 feet from the actual exit.
You're getting up pretty close to it by now.
Okay. That's still pretty fucking hot then, though.
You wanna
Pardon the language.
send Badath, around the corner? Maybe take a little peek.
Yeah, he should be fast enough to just kind of pop up and go down before it takes a shot, though. It might have faster reflexes at this closer distance.
I'm just saying, I don't share that kind of connection with my familiar anymore.
And speaking of which, here Keen's on the field as well. I almost forgot.
Dankeschön.
Yeah.
Um,
I think that would be the plan then.
Take a little
Okay.
peek, little gander. Oh, a gander because you're a bird.
If you send Badath out up the stairs, what you'll find is a small sort of courtyard in a garden. But looking around, you can see you are within spitting distance of the tower.
I could literally spit
Okay.
and hit the tower.
What's the what does the cover in the area look like?
There is a low, as in dwarf height wall between you and the plaza around the tower. And the courtyard that you're in is part of a garden or park out on the outer perimeter of that wall.
How wide, or I guess how long does the wall go? Would we be able to stay behind it for?
At the quick glimpse Badath got, it looks like aside from where it breaks for the main road nearest to you, this wall surrounds the tower in both directions as far as you can see.
Interesting.
We might be able to just kind of keep on moving, taking shots and not staying where anybody else was previously staying.
Right, but won't we lose actions if we have to go prone in order to get full cover? Like take a shot, go prone, but then we lose like an action or something in
That
order
would
to get
mainly
up.
affect your movement.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, going prone takes half your movement, same as standing up, right?
I think going prone is free. Standing up takes half.
Got it.
Yeah, that's what I remember.
And then you can crawl while prone too, which actually, if I remember correctly, is not a movement penalty.
Really?
Weird.
Yeah, no, crawling is not considered a movement penalty.
That's interesting. Okay.
Masters of the motherfucking prone.
Right. Adventurers are all fucking American Ninja Warriors.
Well, that's an option if we can kind of work with it, go slow, look for openings.
Yeah, would you like to exit into the garden, or would you like to cast Windwalk and run away?
I would like to press forward personally.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely down with pressing forward. I just maybe we do it carefully.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
You can
Maybe
roll
like-
a stealth check.
Oh, nice.
Naya will fail that.
What's the stone like here? Is it nice and
Well, you could pass without
rocky?
trace.
Pass without trace.
is that too worked for my advantage?
It is worked. It's also not really gray stone. There's a lot of like bluish hued. I guess that bluish is kind of gray.
I'm very blue, purplish, really.
But you'll actually be, when you get outside, you'll be stepping into a more white stone.
I gotcha. So I guess I'll just be stealthy. Really, I kind of want to get my bearings at where perhaps we are complex-wise. You know, if we're super close to the tower, then we might be close to some.
Wouldn't we have full cover
military
being able to
building, I
get
understand.
behind underneath the dwarf height wall?
You're not quite adjacent to that, but you would be able to get full cover behind it if you got close to it. Yeah.
Okay, and how far are we from where we are to that wall?
Well, I'll put you on the map momentarily.
Okay.
If you like. And I am gonna put you on the map. You're gonna be on like the edge corner of the map, lower left. Just because that's all the space this map has got. If anybody wants to roll stealth before that happens, please go ahead.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, well that's an expected roll.
May I roll investigation or perhaps
Yeah,
perception?
Nice.
Try to figure out the kind of location we're at.
All right. I don't think there's any point in bothering with more stealth.
Yeah.
Come
I
on!
can show you.
Come on.
Nicely done. Nicely done.
Mont and Albus are in good shape. The rest of
Wait,
us are
that did
screwed.
not roll correctly for me because
It rolled with advantage or disadvantage for me.
Disadvantage.
my
Oh yeah, that
default
didn't add your dex.
dex
Weird.
is
Oh,
higher
it was
than that.
disadvantage.
Oh, that's weird. Amber Green, your disadvantage is probably about the armor you're wearing. That's
It is on mine.
Disadvantage, yeah.
Oh, I'm wearing half plate. That's why.
Yep.
Fair cop.
I think that's literally the first stealth check I've passed.
Well done. Well done. Good job.
Okay, so where's the wall? Is this lower
The
level white thing?
ring.
Okay.
And to your right, you see the main road, which is flanked by fences and terraces that sort of guide the path into this central plaza. Although it's a little hard to see what's in the central plaza over the wall, except of course for the fact that you can obviously see the Star Tower right here.
Right there. In your face.
In the middle of the sun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it like, sunburning?
It's an illusion. Don't look at it too much.
Again, let me reiterate how this really looks from where you just were. For reference, the ball of fire is well, the tower is not contiguous. There is the tower that rises into the sky comes to a point, and below that hovers this orb. Below that is another point, which forms the ultimate base of the tower.
And what's in front of us? The ultimate base of the tower?
Well, the whole thing, but yes.
Oh, okay. All right, so if those of us who failed the stealth check just prone crawled our way to that wall, would that be enough?
Well, you can see this sphere roiling above you. It is the size of, I honestly wouldn't know what to compare it to.
Right.
That you
It's
might
huge.
have reference for. It's the size of an entire city, modern city block.
That's pretty big. Would you say like maybe as big as like a college campus? Like a community college or something?
I could see that.
All right. They're big.
Maybe a bit. It might fit just inside one of those. I've seen some decently small, or mid-sized campus areas. You're not sure if it's seen you. You can move to be prone behind the wall if you want. There's enough. I think if you made a dash for it, there'd be enough space for you to get there before the end of your turn from the courtyard that you came out into.
Fantastic. That's really assuring. Mon,
Do you want us in the tiles with the white, or am I close enough?
Where you are is totally fine.
I'm gonna shadow Mon.
Okay.
Yeah. I think if we step out there, I think bad things happen.
Yeah. But
What's that thing,
ain't
white
nowhere
thing
else to
on
go,
the
boss.
left side of the arc? Is that looks like a statue?
Yeah, I think those
Yeah,
are
there's a
statues.
few of them.
You are. I think you'd be able to just see fairly larger than life statues over the top of the wall. But you can't get a good look at them from here.
Yeah, it kind of looks like a dinosaur. That's what I think.
Oh,
Could be some
you
kind
said
of
the same thing.
Well, smoke them if you got them. I think that's the only way we can go, Mont.
Yeah, I don't think you're wrong. I don't think I can make it. Well, hold on a second. Let me do some mental mathematics here.
Can't you just summon a horse?
It's not that easy for me.
Uh,
Okay. I can potentially get behind that statue over there. If I I have two choices. If I book it as indiscreetly as possible, good save, Brand. I think I can make it.
I would let anybody vault the wall with a 15 athletics check without sacrificing any movement speed for it.
yo, sir,
Yes, sir.
may I roll insight specifically towards the idea of like what we were going off before when we were dodging giant laser beams was the idea that it was line of sight in which they could blast. I really don't think this wall would block the line of sight of a giant orb like that.
Give me an insight roll.
Like I think she sees us.
Give me a 10.
You've probably got a good point there for what it's worth.
I have a +9, so I just needed to roll a 1 for that 10.
Good. I mean, looking up with the heat bearing down upon you, there's enough of this thing that unless you make yourself probably as small as physically possible at the base of this wall, that orb is high enough in the air that you are in a path to it for sure.
Yeah, so the real question for me is why?
Why
It
hasn't
has
it
not
shot
done anything
already?
to you for
Yeah.
at least 10 seconds now.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Wish me luck. I stand up.
Try calling
Okay,
out to it.
you stand up, you're about shoulders above this wall here.
Right. And no reactions.
None. Except that the thing continues to roil.
Okay. I walk out behind the wall.
Okay. Once you take a step into the plaza, the same echoes bombard your ears, and they fill your head with the question, why have you come here?
Diplomacy.
Okay.
Diplomacy.
Yeah. I look back at the party really quick, but I don't actually tell them what I've heard. Instead,
They
I
haven't
look
heard it yet either.
Oh shit.
back
Okay, sorry.
at
I-
the tower and I yell, I'm Lauren and I'm here to set this right.
Typical paladin.
You have failed to understand that it is already right.
Is it? Where are the people? Where's the kingdom of Veth?
Defended.
Dead.
A memory.
Gone. Even lost in memory. We're here to fix that if you'll let us.
To restore Vesoth on the map. Bring the kingdom back to glory.
Is there an echo?
I don't hear one. But the voices continue to say
Without breaking
No
eye
mouse.
contact, I'll motion for the rest of the party to step into the plaza.
Okay. At the point where you're in the plaza, the rest of you would be able to hear the voices transmitted into your brain. And they
Try to
say,
also spread us out.
Dinosaur. It looks like a T-Rex.
they say, do not claim to know what is best. You have been seen, and your deeds have been witnessed. This kingdom is already defended.
This kingdom is already what?
Pardon
Defended.
Pardon me, Mr. Stormcaller. Hello. It is a pleasure to meet you. I think we might have gotten off on the wrong foot. We seek to parley. We wish to speak to the secretary.
The secretary has no obligation to meet with invaders.
We're coming as diplomats.
Wrong.
We don't mean to invade. We simply haven't been able to find any way to deliver a proper invitation to communicate.
Your deeds have been witnessed by us and by all.
What have we done that is wrong, besides defend ourselves from other invaders, those who wish to claim kingship of your lands?
Broken our defenses.
Oh, the glass
Time
wall?
and again.
Oh. Yeah, the glass wall.
Well,
If your defenses have fallen, then your kingdom is not defended. The truth is, we've done more to restore Vest to its former glory than anything you have done. Isn't that true? Alsane stands again. You couldn't do that.
People rebuild.
Orvis is
They have
alive
hopes.
with life and activity.
Commerce and business. The Dryad or the Naiad stands.
And we
Dragons
kicked out.
gone.
Yeah, exactly. We kicked out those domineering dragons that were starting to hoard all of the possessions of the former citizens of the realm.
And we have made no claims such as they did.
What you've done is made the heart of this kingdom vulnerable once more. And to fix it, all you would need to do is surrender to us and
What
be
good
gone.
would that do?
Others would come after us. It's
That's
not so
rot.
simple as that.
You haven't preserved it. You haven't defended it. Clearly, you couldn't stop any of the invaders that have come.
At best, Vesoth, at its current state, is a mausoleum.
And of everyone that has come to this mausoleum, Have any of them shown the respect that we have for your past and your traditions? I knock on my own armor.
Think
Do
of
we
the
not
coin that I
already
left.
bear the emblem of our loyalty?
The sun unfolds in the center. Um, inside the red core, floating high above you, you can sort of just make out the shape of a headless humanoid deep in there. A shadow at the center. And where it was a cacophony, a more singular voice begins to take the fore. It says, everything has been unmade for this purpose. If you break it, it will all have been for nothing.
Why should any of it have
Purpose
been
could this
unmade?
possibly serve?
Why should anything have been unmade to begin with? What was the purpose of the unmaking?
can't understand without context.
Protection
Protecting what?
is at the center of this kingdom.
Haven't we proven that that protection is insufficient? And who better to take up the mantle than the people who have shown you your weaknesses?
And what is left worth protecting if the city does not live but is a mausoleum? This entire realm.
Have you not seen what the red
Wait,
cloud, what it does to this realm, what it has done over 1,000 years?
well, no doubt. But I mean, if the realm does live as you say, where's the bread that I paid for using the coin of this realm? Ought a living realm be able to feed the people who wish to reside in it, even if they seem to be unwelcome for a time?
Gone unnecessary. It was made unnecessary. It was
So is now your protection unnecessary? For there is no living thing to protect anymore. Where is the princess? Where is the royalty and the guards? It's all protection now.
safe.
Where? I see them in but flashes of phenomena. They
Or
are
in
not
the visions
tangible in
that
here.
Holtzman gave us, yeah. Are they really safe? We stand but feet away from the tower, and we're simply 5 people. How safe are those you are charged to protect in your care? I draw my sword, holding it up, not brandishing it.
Yeah.
I say, I've even taken your power.
Help us understand.
How can you claim to be the better guardian of Vess?
We've come to a place where we cannot strike you. By sheer proximity. But it remains that the only entrance to what you seek is blocked.
Then let us go back to words, for we wish to understand the position you're in. What happened between you and Holtzman, that made you make this decision?
The wizard. I remember him.
He still lived until not a short while ago, brought to shock by the memory of how long had actually passed.
Yeah, lived is an interesting way to put it.
It was nothing to do with him. It is beyond his.
After the ritual was performed to take the part of reality that was desired from another and put it into the king's daughter in this reality, what happened? What happened after that?
My vigil began here.
So, once again, I ask, what are you protecting? Where is Princess Cirrus and the reality that was crafted?
Safe. Again.
But are they thriving? Are they truly living as you said before? Where is the bread that I paid for in that bakery? You surely saw me do it.
It was sacrificed.
For the protection of what?
Why was he crowned a champion of the games? That wasn't our games to participate in, and yet we had an opportunity to. It was our first encounter with vision of the old past, memory of long ago from over 1,000 years ago.
Not Lauren. Can you roll a persuasion check?
Yeah. Ooh,
Oh, that's
apparently
really
yes.
good.
Wow.
Oh, that's
Apparently
really
yes.
good.
Wow.
The figure inside the sun says, you must listen to me now. The voices have abandoned the plural and become singular as you've peeled away the creature to its core. When heaven came down and made this reality the way that it is today, I was made its ultimate defender. The only possible way that you could stop this defense is to kill whatever body of mine still remains.
Jesus Christ.
Is there no other way? we could work with you?
You do understand that you literally just handed us the keys to your own defeat, as if to prove my point about your defenses. Yes? Even if
I
we leave
do.
today, the fact that your defenses exist and can be breached in such a way clearly shows that your defenses are not complete.
By the time you leave today, my lucidity will have dissolved once again. And you will not see this form again.
I understand. I wish this wasn't how this was going. We could have helped you in other ways.
Yeah, like I'm almost curious if I could like play a song that would be moving, but after what he said, I don't know.
The one that we found.
But you
Right.
have my word. I will do what you ask.
Oh shit. Paladin just made a promise.
Hmm.
And Veths will live on. I sheepishly add, looking over Demont.
If you are lying now, you will fail nonetheless, whether I am here to see it or not.
If I fail, it'll be because I've died.
And I've poured far too much of myself into this place to be lying now about my intentions for it.
I
Oh,
wish you had
old.
listened.
How old would the king even be now? Far longer than any elf would normally live.
That's true.
Oh shit.
Good roll.
I'm just gonna play the song.
While
I'm
you
not even playing it on purpose like I'm playing a song at you. I'm more like
yeah,
just picking it out and playing it behind what Mont's saying, you know?
Yeah, we should windwalk and get the hell out of here.
Okay.
We're not going to learn anything.
I need 1 minute.
What do you mean?
it is a one minute
cast it.
casting time.
Yeah, she's got a yeah. So I'm playing for at least that minute.
Before you cast that, I suppose I would ask, if you want us to leave, would you be willing to let us leave peacefully, stop the city from spinning, raise it up to ground level, let us simply walk off?
We have that
Until I am no longer like myself. Once you leave the tower's proximity, you won't be struck until the heavens take over again. But that time is quick approaching.
The heavens.
The redshift.
And
Okay,
you
we
will
need to
not-
be close close together if we're going to windwalk. So
All right.
gradually move up so that we're all.
You will not
Elvis,
see
come
the
back
body
here.
at the center of this amalgam again.
What did the thing
What?
just say?
No,
Elvis, come back here.
but this is the time. We need to do this now.
Not what she said.
What?
We need to destroy her body. Her body's not here.
It's there, isn't it?
No, she said her mind would remain if we destroyed this. That was actually the salient thing I heard.
You can see like I said, a headless humanoid shadow at the center of the sun.
And what is it being headless even like?
Holy shit! Where have I seen that
Is
before?
it headless or head only?
No,
Headless.
Headless. Yeah.
Okay.
And that
Like the
suggests-
constructs at the fort.
correct.
Yeah.
Question, sir. How
Yeah.
far away is that from us?
The sun.
Yeah, the figure that we could see at the moment.
Probably, if you got up a little closer, it'd probably be within 150 feet, maybe 200.
Okay. Well, if anybody wants to take a pot shot, that's fine, but understand it's not going to finish things, but it might still be necessary. There's no way I can hit her from here, though.
By the way, the voice is male.
Him, excuse me.
Yeah. Also, I don't have my 6th level spell has been used, and this has one of my 4th, so I don't know what I'd be throwing in there. Also,
Well, are you singing your song? It'll buy me time.
I'm playing my song. You bet. Oh,
Okay.
I rolled a nat 20 on the performance roll. You bet. I'm playing this until I can't.
I mean, I can walk up. I got to get within 100 and do a lightning bolt, so I would have to step away for a moment. But it's a 1-minute cast.
I'm surprising myself with how well I'm playing this.
Mont, you have the sword. You could end her body now. We can go to Gemarie and slay
Yeah,
her
but it
mind.
won't end this.
She's 150 feet from us, man. Like, that's a climb. I can't get there.
So I would, I suppose.
Shit, I
You-
can't
fly.
are you there?
You
said-
shape into a giant eagle. You
No,
Like
I mean,
here?
I could just take your
Paladin.
hand and dimension door you there.
Oh, I
There,
think that's
but-
fine, Nimbus. Just add a a bit for verticality at that point.
Verticality is counted as part of the 100.
True. So it is on diagonals. Yes.
All right. May you find peace. I'm gonna cast it as a level 5.
You might want to roll some damage dice with that one.
Yeah. I guess it'd be 10d6.
Level 5. Correct. Let's see.
Ones get rerolled to 2s.
No, that's only for ice.
Oh,
All my ice is shorter range.
makes sense.
So
32 damage is, in fact, enough to kill an elven guard captain.
well, all right. So I've slain the thing.
You cast your lightning bolt and it cracks the air, striking the figure that has approached the edge of the sun. And it clutches its body before you lose sight of the shadow altogether. When that happens, it's already very warm here right now.
Yep.
Without the central guiding possession, though. The sun explodes,
Oh, me.
and you all take that much damage.
Well,
Okay.
I'm okay with this, I guess.
Yeah, that's just fine with me.
Okay. Wait, it's not the cunning action, but can I do the thief thing?
You cannot. There is no way in hell to save or dodge any of this.
Dodge an exploding star. Yeah.
Like duck under Mount Lion or
At
something?
the same time, bereft of its support, the tendrils that surrounded the sun, all of them, dissolve and fill the air with a million sparkling stars of dust.
Hold your breath.
Simultaneously, the top 99% of the star tower
It's gonna
suddenly
fall.
plummets and pierces the bottom, causing you to all fall prone as the ground quakes and the star tower has obliterated the base, remaining only a single spire. I think that was probably about 1 minute. So Naya, just give me a DC 10 Constitution roll to make sure you were able to concentrate on that spell that whole time while that chaos was happening.
So do I just roll con or do I roll
Constitution
slash?
saving throw, please.
Okay.
Very good. Then assuming everybody has consent, Naya successfully casts Windwalk.
All right.
Excellent.
Don't we want to see what? Okay.
We have 8 hours of this, guys, so we're not in any hurry particularly, but let's get the flock out of here.
Yeah, where are you going?
We are headed
This way?
towards home.
Up and
What?
out.
Yeah, I assume, Alvis, that you would like to do an aerial survey before we leave.
Yes.
Yes.
I
First, let's get
look-
clear of anything that might fall.
Tower. I mean, we have a flying speed of 300 feet.
I'm already in the air. Hey,
I
you should
think
probably
the
get
question-
up here.
The question is
Yeah.
going
I
to
don't think you
be,
can
can this be directed flight?
I mean, yeah. You have total control.
Does everybody individually have control?
Yeah.
Okay.
You have a flying
Good to
speed of
know.
300.
Excellent. Okay.
It doesn't say you can't talk while in this form, but I'm going to say that you can't talk because you are a wind.
Yeah, it does technically say the only actions a creature could take in this form are dash or to revert. So if you count talking as a free action as an action, then you can't do it.
Fair enough.
Right.
Yeah.
But you can look at things. So I'll tell you what you see from high above. The pit, if anything, has gotten just slightly deeper, but it has become stepped. Much of the city has been ravaged by the attacks of the final guard. However, absolutely nothing within about 250 feet of the tower itself has been damaged even a scratch. The outer rings of the city, less generous things can be said about them. Rubble and destruction. A fire has started from one of the lasers. And the streets are all out of order.
Your map is priceless now, Alvis.
Is the tell me about the fire. Is it like big and spreading, or is it kind of containable?
It looks like it will probably burn itself out after perhaps eating a city block.
Is
There's not too many places for it to go.
Is the area that it's covering bigger or smaller than a 60-foot cone?
At this point, probably bigger. I'd say it's consumed an entire house by now. Montlarin, you don't see any obvious ways inside the tower. There's no large gate or neon signs.
Yeah. No windows, no doors. Totally.
When
Don't
it
you
was
just walk
still
through those things anyway?
maybe when
I
it
was
was
thinking about coming back.
still in the air, could we see like a hollow space from below, or was it just solid white stone?
What do you mean? Where?
When the tower, when it was above the big sun thing, could we actually see like kind of in from below it, or was it just solid stone?
It was a point, like a magnetic gyroscope floating above
I
the
see.
sun.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's about the state of the city of Vess when you leave.
Is the tower still infinitely tall?
Yes.
And does it seem stable?
Yes.
Okay.
And to clarify once again, and I believe I know the answer, not all star towers are infinitely tall.
That is very correct.
Okay.
This
okay.
one wasn't originally, right?
It
Yeah,
was not originally. They're all about 50 stories tall.
Stretched out during the redshift.
But that has to be.
All right. Well, given 8 hours and a fly speed of 300, we could probably go straight to All Saints.
That's kind of what I was thinking, but Serb would have to call it.
We could
No,
also.
it's totally up to you guys where you want to go.
We could also,
Can we get to All Saints in 8 hours of flight at 300 miles per hour? Or whatever that is?
300
10
feet per turn.
times faster than normal, which is 40 hexes. So yeah.
We could also go to Gemery and finish our business there. Apparently we can.
Well, okay. So Gemery would
You
be
could go to Shoze if you wanted before
a
sundown.
place to go. We could go anywhere we like,
Holy
actually.
shit!
But we
could
are gonna need to heal up, some of us.
Right. We can't do anything else yet until we report back, Elvis.
that is due diligence.
Yeah, we probably should actually check in at Fort Ketta and then keep going.
And maybe.
Is there anything else
we
we
can't
want to
speak as clouds? So
no, we
there's
should.
really no point
You
in stopping.
can
Yeah, we should go see the brigadier.
you can turn back and forth from cloud to person as many times as you want in the 8 hours, by the way.
Yeah, it doesn't say that in the spell. Okay.
Oh, yeah?
So maybe.
Oh yeah, it does.
Yeah,
Reverting takes 1 minute.
there we
Until
go.
the spell ends, a creature can revert to
Oh,
cloud form, which
cool.
also takes 1 minute.
Okay.
No,
Well, then,
look,
yeah, we
there
can
we
go
go.
to the fort. And,
We can go to the fort
check
and
in
go
there
back.
first.
I would probably
25 hexes.
ask before we even leave, do we want to check out any of the surviving area for any information or anything at all?
Well, to be honest, knowing that I could
Sounds-
cast this once every long rest and we have 8 hours is very tempting to use a lot more often.
Yeah, I see. I guess on that.
Yeah. The way everything was described as ravaged and mixed up, I was honestly expecting that we probably wouldn't find much.
Well, it's everything outside of like, what was it, 250 feet?
Yeah.
Like the core.
So
Yeah.
there's still some structures that are intact then, right?
Could I make an investigation roll to see if any of those are immediately interesting?
I mean, it is a whole city, so there's bound to be something that looks interesting from afar down there.
But I mean, like, we only got like a couple of hours for like Mission Impossible right now. Like, is there anything with a colored roof or like?
I mean, I'd probably just
College
start
campus, you know.
flying through them in mist form because I'm sure all the windows are blown out, and just kind of look through them that way and see, are there books, are there, paperwork, information, anything that looks informative in that way or otherwise. Just kind of taking a look
lots
at.
of residences and shops, and guild houses. Obviously, you remember from last time that any of the books that you looked at were
Gobbledygook.
Yeah,
AI generated.
I suppose any of the shops that I passed through, does any of the stuff look particularly interesting or pristine, or is it all like, just
Empty.
modern, handy, gadgets and trinkets and things?
Yeah, I mean, you could easily spend weeks scouring the city for things.
Again, I'm just
I think
talking
it
about
is-
the stuff close to the tower that's less destroyed.
Yeah. I think in a few minutes you're probably not going to come across anything that's particularly stand out.
Okay.
But shoot, what was I going to say? No, I do not remember. Sorry.
In there.
That's fine. We'll be back.
Oh yeah, we're not done with Beth.
I would hope not.
I would probably grab a few books and mark, kind of note where we got them from, just so that way we can bring them back and they can kind of see. Maybe for some reason, one of Captain Van's eyes can make sense of some of it.
Oh, can like unmix it up?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, I would.
It's worth a try.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
I
it certainly
wonder-
doesn't hurt us to give it a shot. I'm just not expecting much.
I would probably, ask the question, which is more incomprehensible, my map of, interdimensional space or these books.
Okay, so
Alright.
the plan in short was going back to Kita's first, checking
Yep.
in, and then going back to All Saints.
Yeah.
we're
It's
just gonna go back to
25
the next
hexes,
stop?
yeah. Oh, hell no. I wanna see the Brigadier after all of that heartache.
Yeah,
Fair.
well, we want to talk to the Brigadier in person, but we do want the folks at the fort and the other side to at least know we didn't like die in vests or anything while we're flying back.
Hey, did you guys
Okay.
feel an earthquake?
Since I expect all of that is going to take a lot of time and probably not get done in the next 2 hours, why don't we do all of that stuff next time?
Okay, sounds good.
Ruby,
Thanks
Yeah.
for the session, man.
thank you,
Good
Yes,
boss.
stuff.
thank you for playing. Thank you
Cheers.
for joining. We're on next
Thank
week.
you for
Yep.
yeah.
Okay.
See you next
You're
week.
welcome.
Yep.
Okay. Bye, everybody.
All right.
Cheers.
Have a good one, everybody. Take care.
Night, everybody.
Love y'all.